the people storming the knoll to go get that's so laughable to me, to think that a bunch of old women in their purses is going to go run after gunmen. I mean, do people not think this through?
I know they don't, but they might not know that. If you look at the Nix film and the Muchmore film and some of the slides, the Phil Willis picture, there's hardly anyone, between Bill Newman and his wife and their two little kids, there isn't anyone beyond them until you get to the steps where you've got Emmett Hudson, the groundkeeper, and two other guys at the bottom of the steps. There's no one there. So all the people that ran up to the knoll, or most of them, about 30 seconds to 45 seconds after the shot, and Mary Ferrell organised a meeting with some of those people, so we could talk about their experiences, what they saw, what they felt. They actually ran down across the grass, the background of Zapruder's film, which is on the other side of the Elm Street curb. They were mainly people who were up on Houston Street and who had waved at the president and then had only heard the shots, and they ran across the grass all the way up to the hill to the overpass to see what on earth was going on. They weren't going there because they thought there was a gunman. They hadn't got a clue. None of them, or hardly any of them, had seen the motorcade or Kennedy when the shots were fired. They'd only heard them. So they had no idea what was going on. They weren't there to chase a gunman.
Unarmed people don't go chasing gunmen,
They don't, no.
And another thing people don't think about, too, is, all right, say you've got a conspiracy, you've got two teams. What if the wrong one gets caught? Now you've got a world of hurt on your hands.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it in Dealey Plaza, you're going to shoot from a rooftop of a high building, aren't you? And something I think that we've been discussing on one of the forums recently is about the sniper's nest and its creation. And I think it's something that doesn't really get aired or thought about. But if you kind of think it through, the guys on the sixth floor were laying new floor, and so they'd moved the boxes up against certain walls in the building, so that the central area where they were working was free of storage boxes. So during that morning, and particularly sort of mid-morning to late morning, if anyone else was involved in the assassination and was part of that creation of the sniper's nest, they would have been seen by the sixth floor guys who were laying the floor. They didn't see anyone strange. So you could say that means it was either done right at the last minute, or it was an employee that did it. Now, if you were planning on assassinating the president and you wanted that window space free, wouldn't you send someone up there posing as law enforcement to say to the sixth floor guys, hey guys, Secret Service or FBI, you guys need to go outside. This is a secure area. That's what you do, wouldn't it? So I think that those boxes, the big boxes on the outer rim of the sniper's nest, were probably stacked up by the workers either the day before or that same day. And what Oswald did was he moved them slightly. Maybe he pushed them with his arms, his hand, or his leg, or he leant against them, and then he arranged the boxes within the large wall that prevented him from being seen. And he probably did that. I'm guessing here, but I think he probably would have done that late in the morning.
Do you think
that last box put up against the window ledge?
He's ever planned to go through with
something like that
until he actually pulled the trigger?
Yeah, and I think that the shape of things up there, and given that Bonnie Ray Williams was eating his fried chicken sandwich the next window along, and his bottle of pop, and no one came up to him and spoke to him and moved him on, that he was just left there. That is really important, because it tells you that whoever was going to shoot Kennedy was gambling that guy would leave because they were quite happy to leave him there without moving him on.